Hi there. On weekends, we do reruns so that yours truly can take a couple days off. Look for a fresh new episode on Monday. Meanwhile, please enjoy this episode for this day from a previous year. I thank you so much for your indulgence and loyalty, and have a great weekend. Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for June 9th. June 9th is the 160th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 161st in leap years, with 205 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is philippic. This word had a different meaning than I expected it to. Philippic is a noun that means a bitter condemnation, usually in a speech. This comes to us from Greek philippikos, which was the name given to orator Demosthenes' speeches urging Athenians to rise up against Philip II of Macedon. Earliest documented use of the word philippic is 1550. With that, we're going to start in the year 53, when the Roman Emperor Nero married Claudia Octavia. Nero wasn't exactly emperor just yet. He will have been about 15 when they got married. She was 2 or 3 years younger than he was, so she will have been about 12 or 13 when they got married. Nero went on to become the 5th emperor of Rome at the age of 17 when Emperor Claudius died. Now, think about the wildest, most willful teenager you know, and that's Nero in charge of the Roman Empire. The lower class Roman citizens liked him, but his reign is more associated with unrestricted tyranny, extravagance, religious persecution, and debauchery. The young bride Claudia, by the way, was a daughter of Emperor Claudius by his third wife, and as it turns out, Nero's stepsister. Very complex situation. Interestingly, Nero committed suicide 15 years later on June 9th in the year 68. When he did that, it left an opening that started a civil war known as the Year of Four Emperors. One of my regular viewers mentioned that on June 9, 1870, Sioux Chief Red Cloud met with President Ulysses S. Grant at the White House. A few years later, we'll see what is known as the Black Hills War or the Great Sioux War of 1876, which took place in 1876 and 1877, and was precipitated by the U.S. government's desire to acquire the Black Hills after gold had been discovered there. That war involved the Battle of the Little Bighorn, also known as Custer's Last Stand, but today's story is about the meeting at the White House between President Grant and Chief Red Cloud on June 9, 1870. This is the birthday of American composer and songwriter Cole Porter, born June 9, 1891. He wrote music and lyrics, and we have him to thank for such musicals as Kiss Me Kate, Anything Goes, and others, as well as songs like Night and Day, I Get a Kick Out of You, I've Got You Under My Skin, and In the Still of the Night. His grandfather wanted him to be a lawyer and sent him off to school to that end, but Cole brought an upright piano with him and soon learned that his ability to make music made it easier for him to make friends. He did really well in school, but he switched to music from law. Cole Porter lived an active and interesting life. He lived to the age of 73. William Jennings Bryan resigned as Woodrow Wilson's Secretary of State on June 9, 1915, over a disagreement regarding the United States handling of the sinking of the RMS Lusitania. The Flint-Worcester tornado outbreak sequence killed 94 people in Massachusetts on June 9, 1953. This outbreak actually began 2 days before and worked its way across the northeastern United States from Michigan to Massachusetts. That's a pretty good piece of travel. On June 9, 1968, President Lyndon B. Johnson declared a national day of mourning following the assassination of Senator Robert F. Kennedy. Secretariat won the U.S. Triple Crown horse race on June 9th, 1973. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoyed this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page that is called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, all those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.